Okay, so I promised that I would catch you up on how my month with no TV is going. If you didn't see my previous video on this, I basically was just saying on the 1st of January that I decided to try to go a month with absolutely no TV. There is the TV. It's looking, very off and sad, possibly, because I haven't been watching it. And we're now, just over halfway through the month. And it's going really well. It's going really well. I sound surprised by that, don't I? I really just needed to push myself out of my comfort zone, I think, because I was realizing that I was using TV maybe as a bit of a crutch, maybe to replace something I felt I was missing in some way, and then it had just become a habit. So it started maybe from some conscious place of choosing to come and sit and watch the TV for longer than I probably wanted to, but then it just became the thing I would do. And working from home, bloody love being able to work from home, absolutely love the fact that I can work with clients all around the world via video chat. And I do have some face-to-face clients who come to my house, which is also really lovely. But in between that time, the time I'm consciously, actively working on my business, my break would be to come and put the TV on. And when I'd have my lunch, I would sit and watch a program with my lunch. Then when I finished working, usually depending on clients, 6, half 6, up to half 7 probably in the evening, I'd then put the TV on for the rest of the evening. And sometimes, the husband will be here with me watching it and we'll be chatting and we'll be eating dinner at the same time. But then quite often my husband seems to be out on a weekday evening doing all of his many varied hobbies that he has, usually involving some sort of musical instrument. Nothing weird with musical instruments, just the usual playing of them, he tells me. But when he's out, then yeah, that's company, that's connection. I turn the TV on. So when I was thinking about it, that's like, in the evening, 3 hours, if not a bit more, during the day, kind of lunchtime plus maybe an afternoon break, having a cup of tea, additional hour. We're talking like an average of 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day. So I thought, if I don't have 4 hours a day doing that, then what else could those 4 hours a day bring me? And you know what's really interesting so far? I decided not to push myself to fill those 4 hours with anything in particular to start off with. I wanted to just see what showed up. Do you know what showed up? I actually quite enjoy sitting and not having to do more stuff, which is really interesting because I think in the past I probably was someone who thought I had to be in action. I had to be really productive all of the time. I had to be doing something. And I think actually what might have been going on in the past was that I was maybe running away from something inside me on some level that felt uncomfortable just sitting and being. Because what might that show up? What might that mean? And so what I've really noticed over the last 15 days is that I actually really enjoy just sitting and being now. Now, that might be sitting and reading. I'm doing a lot more reading. The husband and I are playing a lot more cards together. I'm quite good at a game of rummy, And it might be writing, journaling, drawing, bits and bobs like that. I say drawing. I haven't done that much drawing. I don't know where that came from. But ultimately, also, there's been just some sitting and meditating. I keep doing the inverted commas. But meditating for me is not about some, crazy over-the-top practice. It's not about having to do anything or follow anything or even listening to anything guided. Meditation for me just simply means connecting to myself. It means being aware of thoughts that are in my head so that I know I am not those thoughts. Being aware of patterns, stories, things I tell myself, but knowing I am not those things. I am the observer of those things. And so basically just sitting, closing my eyes often, but not always, and almost as if I'm pressing play on a TV. That's interesting. Yeah. almost as if I'm pressing play on the TV and I'm just watching the film, the program that is my thoughts. And each time I find myself going into those thoughts and interacting with them as if I'm there, as if I'm in the program, I then just notice and I step back out and I just start being the observer, the watcher again. So maybe that is something that I have been able to replace TV with. Now, I've been doing that for quite a while anyway, but certainly without the TV, that's given me more opportunity, more time to do that, which has been amazing. And just spending some time doing that is great. But it's the outside of that time that I think that benefits. More insights, more ideas, more a deeper sense of knowing, of trusting, of understanding of myself, of the world seems to come to light when I spend time doing that, which is amazing. The one thing that I have taken on board purposefully as a kind of extra activity that I wasn't doing when I was watching lots of TV is something completely new to me. And it's new to me because I couldn't have done it before because we didn't have what we needed to be able to do it. But one thing I wanted to show you that we've got that is completely new in the house, hopefully you can see it, is this, a piano. So the husband, as I said, plays lots of musical instruments. He loves playing music, listening to music, performing music. And what I really kind of notice is that was something that I used to love. When I was younger, I used to play the guitar, I used to be able to read music, and I haven't done for years, to the point where, as I've now tried to look at reading music again, I'm having to reteach myself almost as if it's from scratch. But when he said the other week, can we get a piano? My instant reaction was, well, no, why would we get a piano? He doesn't play the piano. He's hoping to kind of, learn and teach himself. It's like, why would we get a piano? We've got all these other instruments. Where would it go? And actually then I stopped myself and I thought, hang on, why am I just automatically thinking that no is the answer to this question? Can we get a piano? It's something he wants. It's something I could get interested in. So yes is the answer. Let's get a piano. And so we did, and we have, and for the last, I think, a week now, we've had the piano there, and you can probably see that I have been practicing some, really quite advanced songs, such as Row, Row, Row Your Boat. But I'm loving it. It's really great to have something that I can just kind of come into the room where I would be watching TV and sit down and tinkle on that and give it a go and learn something new. So in this time that I wasn't really learning anything new, I certainly wasn't out of my comfort zone when I was sat watching TV. And I like to push myself out of my comfort zone. I know that's where growth happens. And growth to me is absolutely key for life. I was realising that TV wasn't doing that for me. And so now here we are. The piano can help me to do that and to push myself out of my comfort zone. So how's it going? It's going really well. It's going really well. And when I initially asked myself that at the beginning of the video, I think I looked and sounded surprised. But now I'm saying it, I'm not surprised, because I know that I am someone who can handle whatever life throws at. I know that I am someone who can change and grow, and even when things are not comfortable to me, are not familiar to me, don't feel initially safe, even things I've always done and have thought are part of my identity, that's a load of crap. I can change and grow and be whoever I want to be moving forwards. And just the simple act of stepping out of my comfort zone and challenging myself to a month of no TV has helped me to really sit in that and recognise that and celebrate that. So hopefully this has been interesting to you on some level. And I'm wondering if there's anything in your life that maybe is familiar and safe, but isn't really where you want to be and who you want to be moving forwards. And just have a think. Is there anything that you could do about it in the way that I am? Thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.